Hello, Capricorn. This is your reading. I'm your Empress Divine, and you're watching the Empress Divine Channel, where I channel for the Divine Feminine directly from Source to give you spiritual guidance through all of the transits that we experience in life. This reading is for a few transits. We have Mercury, which Mercury went retrograde Monday. So is right now it's retrograding in Pisces, and it'll go back to like the 28th or 29th degree of Aquarius, where it'll station again and then move back forward, which takes us back to whatever was, prominent on our minds or in our hearts around the end of January, beginning of February. We'll have a chance to revisit that and make corrections, do things better this time, or just learn our lessons finally, once and for all. We also have Mars in Capricorn, which I believe that Mars moved into Capricorn, I believe yesterday too, or over the weekend. Whatever it is, Mars is in Capricorn now. So I'll be having my Mars return very soon because my Mars is in the later degrees of Capricorn. So I'm happy about that. So we're going to talk about that too. And we also have the new moon in Pisces dropping on the 23rd of February. So this Sunday, I believe that is Saturday night, Sunday morning. So quite a few things to consider. And for Capricorn, Mars is running through your first house. Mercury will be retrograding between your second and third houses, and the new moon is in your third house. So we're going to see how that's going to affect you. All right. So while I was shuffling the cards and meditating over this energy, it just really dropped in my spirit that this is a time of being less like emo and more so productive and, getting things done. So it's a lot about building your legacy. There is going to be a lot of consideration about building your legacy over this time and the effect that you have in your life, on your family, on your community, on anyone who is under your influence. Those are the themes that are going to be very important for Earth signs. So let's see what's happening specifically for Capricorn. All right, you have Dana the goddess, also high priestess energy here. You have divine knowledge that can help others through your spiritual teaching. Teachers definitely leave behind a legacy. So there's something about who you are and how you interact, how you work, how you live, how you think that is an example for others. You are embodying role model energy. Know that whatever environment you are in, you influence the energy in that environment. So even if you feel like you're somewhere where you have to adapt to the energies around you, just know that even when you shrink yourself to adapt to an environment, your energy is so big and it's so deep and it's so profound and it is so strong that it still affects others around you. And I really do feel like during this time, or especially in the beginning of this transit during this time, you'll be feeling that. You'll be seeing just how much you affect people around you. We have the King of Coins, which is someone who does not break a sweat. He does not break a sweat for trivial matters. He pretty much has things in place, squared away. He has the protection he needs. He sets very strong boundaries. And I feel like it's taken a while for you to get into this energy, or that's the journey that you've been taking as of late, or that you'll start being on during these transits. I think those are the only type of things you want to concern yourself with. Yep, Four of Cups. Excuse me, guys. I'm always dropping a card over here. King of Coins, Temperance, Page of Swords, Four of Cups. These are the only type of energies that you want to concern yourself with. Things that will help you establish who you are, what you want to do in life. That's just the road that you're taking right now. The opportunities that you're looking for align with that type of energy. And you're very particular about where you invest your energy at this time. Very particular. Things absolutely have to meet your standards and you will qualify them. There is not going to be no, half-stepping, coming across crazy. And this applies to life in general, love, family, friends, work, wherever. You're not going to take no half-stepping. no half stepping at all. It's like people really have to up their game, because you are up in your own game. You're just trying to make the most of who you are. I'm telling you, Mars passing through your first house, Capricorn, it's go time. It is go time. People will start seeing that you are about that action, that you are not someone to do a lot of talking, and that by the time something is done, you've pretty much already made up your mind. It is what it is. It's done. You're doing it. Emperor Hierophant. This is someone who does not need anyone else's input. You don't need anyone else's input. You don't need anyone else to agree with you or validate you. When you decide that you're going to do something, you're going to do it. And some of you Capricorn feminines are launching something right now that no one really saw coming. No one knew about it except for you. It was something that you just kind of kept under wraps because you're someone who likes to move in silence. And that's what's up. I like that. The King of Coins don't do a lot of talking. He comes through with a lot of action, and that's the only type of energy that you are allowing around you right now. So in terms of like a partnership, if you're dealing with someone or dating, or just have someone in your circle, you are exuding that energy. That's the only type of energy you'll accept. You're letting it be known to the universe and to people around you that that's the only type of energy you'll accept, and that's exactly what you get. People who can show and prove. I just feel this this inkling deep within to say that there's someone who maybe have stepped in the past, and you're letting them know, and they're seeing now that that's not going to fly with you anymore, and then that's when they come forward. When they see that you're not putting up with that anymore, then that's when they come forward and give of themselves the way they should have done the first time. And it's going to be completely up to you whether or not you choose to, indulge in it. But we have the 6 of Wands and the 10 of Cups, which tells me that if it is something that fulfills you and that moves you forward and closer to the ultimate legacy or dreams that you want and that fulfill you, you'll entertain it. It's not going to be well, you didn't do it the first time, so I'm not going to deal with it now. It's like you take the high road in so many ways, and it's not just all about being the bigger person. It's about your own personal vibration, and I don't see a lot of ego here. This isn't someone who's stuck in their ego. So in terms of, like I was talking about, people coming back to you and showing and proving that they really can do better and be better, and that they have more to give, it's not like you're looking at them like, well, you should have did that the first time around. It's like you don't really hold any grudges. You're too focused. You're too business minded at that time to be like holding grudges. Yeah, you're just ready to move forward. 9 of Wands. You're ready for the next level of life. And if somebody does come in, and that's anyone, if a friend was half-stepping and not being supportive, if a family member was, at first they weren't showing you love or helping you out, and now they're just like, it seems like they come out of the woodwork supporting you, you're not looking at them like, oh, now you want to come around? It's just not even that type of time right here. It's somebody who, you're mature. You're very mature. You've had time to think over things. You've had time to self-reflect. And the maturity that you have about you, you kind of already knew that you can't force who you are or your standards of being on other people. So it's not like you even expected anyone to do anything or to kiss your behind or support you 100%, or just be there for you. You're good. You have it all on your own, and that self-sufficiency, that autonomy, that sovereignty is very attractive, and it attracts people to you who want to do it too. They want to have that type of energy too. They want to be influenced by your type of energy. They want to share that type of, space and time with you, where they can kind of glean a little bit of that energy off of you, which is the High Priestess energy. Like I said, you're very influential. They see the type of energy that you have in your life, and they're like, I want that too. So when they come around and they do start showing you that they can be better, and that they can step up, and that they can contribute, and that they can reciprocate, and that they can match you, you're like, okay, as long as we stand on this good path, we can move forward. As long as we are being productive, we can do something. And you appreciate their, the eagerness of them to do that. This is also something that you manifested. So if you've been doing your affirmations, and we're only in the second month of 2020, so our resolutions are still fresh on our mind. A lot of people are still, following along with their resolutions and still saying their affirmations, and, keeping things going the way you started them at the beginning of the year. if you're still doing that, it's helping you to manifest. So these are all things that you felt good about in going about your business, in being focused on your goals, in focusing and giving attention only toward the legacy that you want to build. You've just generated this energy of giving out good vibes, this energy of being excited about what's next. You have just good feeling, good vibrating energy around you. And that's what's bringing these people in. You just look good all by yourself. There's no neediness, there's no codependency here. And another thing that I wrote down when I was meditating over the transits and the earth signs and how it affects you is that we have, in pretty much all of the earth signs, we have the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, the 5th, 6th, 7th, and the 9th, 10th, and 12th houses involved between all of the earth signs. So there's 9 houses for 3 of the signs. Each sign is affected in 3 different houses by Mars and Mercury and the new moon. The ones that were missing were the water houses, the 4th, 8th, and the 12th. So that's that absence of emotions. You're just really not emotional like that around this time, earth sign. And not saying that you have no heart, or Capricorn feminine, not saying that you don't have a heart. You just realize that it's time for more. I want more. I want to do more. I want to be more. And I can only align with those who do that. That's enough emotional fulfillment for you. Whatever you're working on, whatever you're passionate about, that's where your emotional fulfillment is coming from. It doesn't come from, needing the, oh, I love you and I must be with you and all the, romanticals and all of that. Valentine's Day has come and gone. We're off that. We're moving forward, okay? And that's just kind of the energy that you're embodying right now, Capricorn. Is like upward, onward. If you can meet me to that effect, then you can come along. If you can't meet me to that effect, then, I must leave you behind. And even those who, for a time they were half-stepping and it seems like you were trying to pull them to want more out of life and they just didn't seem to be budging, they're starting to catch on now. It's starting to be influential. And what happened with that is you were giving them too much of your attention. You were focusing too much of your energy on something that is controlled by an outside force. You can't make someone do anything different. You can only use all of your energy to get yourself forward and to create your own legacy. And if other people see a legacy within you that they want to be involved in, then they will come along and they'll get involved and they will do their best to stay on the gravy train, okay? But when you were giving all of your energy to them, it made your own legacy less valuable. And I think you're starting to see that now, that the more I give and give and give and give, the less that I get. So let me invest my energy into myself. And I saw something not long ago. It said that if you give too much, you actually block your inflow of blessings. And that is a rule of thumb in whatever area of life. Only give 10 to 15% of yourself. And you were getting people who were only giving you like 10 to 15% because you were giving. If you stop doing that, and you are the one who only gives a good 10 and 15% of who you are, your blessings start flowing to you. The people start coming to you. The opportunities start showing up on your door. And the difference with that is that someone who routinely gives only 10 to 15%, that 10 to 15% ain't nothing. But you are someone who does things passionately. You want things done right. The Capricorn, the GOAT, you want things at the top of the top. You want things to be the absolute best that they can be. Your 10 to 15% is exponentially more valuable than a slacker's 10 to 15%. You feel me? So it's like 10% of a million is hella good compared to 10% of 1,000. You get me? So that's kind of where that comes from. But that's a rule of thumb to live by, advice to take here. I've just been led to share that with you. It just popped up in my mind. But that's what's going on. You're really good. You're in an independent energy. Not so independent where you kind of shun people away from you, but an attractive independent where they know that you don't need them. you don't need them, and that makes you even more magnetic, because you're not so into someone where you're actually repelling them. You are so into yourself that you are attracting others, okay? And that's your influential energy that you have around you, Capricorn. I love it. I absolutely love it, okay? So thank you so much for watching, Capricorn. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how you resonate with this reading, if you're starting to see the effects, what you're doing to get these type of effects in your life. And I will see you next time, okay? Hit that bell so you know when I drop my next video. And I'll see y'all later, Capricorn. Bye.